Hi again, and welcome back to the M18 digital mixer tutorial. Today we're going to learn how to use the MixRemote app.
Connect your instruments to the input channels and your speakers to main out and aux out. Have a look on how to use the MixRemote app.
Developed for iOS and soon available for Android, the MixRemote app has been designed with musicians in mind and is very simple to use thanks to its intuitive graphic user interface. Each page or channel's functions can be reached with a couple of touches of a single hand, an essential convenience while playing. The Faders page is the main control screen. From here, you can access the channel editing functions. The Faders page consists of 10 fader layers. You can select the layers with the buttons on the left side of the screen. Input, which is dedicated to the channel level control. FX1, FX2, FX3 for the control of the internal FX sends, orange faders. AUX1 to AUX6 for the level control of the 6 AUX sends, green faders. Selecting AUX5 or AUX6, you will find the buttons to set them to pre or post fader positions. The buttons are right below the faders. The fader on the right always controls the master level of the selected AUX. An important thing to remember while using the MixRemote app is that you can go back to the Faders input page anytime by touching the MixRemote logo on the upper left corner of the screen. Now turn back to the Faders input page and press the Edit button that is on top of each of the input channel strips. It looks like a small gear. The Edit button that is above each input channel gives access to the complete processing chain. RCF Pre is used to set the input gain, the adjustable high-pass filter, the phase inversion and high Z selection, available on channels 9 and 10. RCF Gate, for instance, is an essential tool for the use of high-sensitivity microphones. Professional RCF Compressor is used to manage sources with the most demanding dynamic program. Both Gate and Compressor provide a preset top-down menu, allowing you to quickly select the right preset to use. Compressors can also work in an easy mode, which turns the complete professional compressor into a single control compressor where threshold and ratio are simultaneously set by a single knob, following an intelligent algorithm. Now, touch the EQ button on the Edit page on the left side. The M18 digital mixer provides 3 different types of parametric EQs for each input channel. Standard EQ is a 4-band parametric EQ with ±12 dB shelving intervention on high and low bands. The 2 central bands, mid-low and mid-high, are fully parametric EQs providing an accurate Q control with ±12 dB intervention. Standard EQ is set by default, but pressing on the standard button you'll have access to 2 more interesting EQ types. Vintage EQ is a 4-band parametric EQ with the same structure of the standard EQ, but inspired by the well-known British EQ in its sonic characteristics. It is the ideal tool to obtain a warm vocal timbre and an astonishing effect on percussive instruments. Smooth EQ is a 4-band parametric EQ with the same structure as the standard and vintage EQs, but with a personal sound and character that's inspired by legendary American EQ. It is very effective when used on acoustic guitars or female voices, and able to enhance even the more delicate nuances. Pressing on the preset label, you have access to a list of 100 pre-programmed EQs dedicated to a large variety of instruments. Furthermore, pressing the Advanced label, you can switch to the Easy EQ mode. An easier EQ interface will appear. This EQ mode is useful to perform equalization while playing, or when less EQ parameters are needed. I hope this helped. Watch the next video to learn how to use internal effects and processors.